Welcome back. U.S. Secretary of State Marco Rubio is in India from May 23rd to 26th. This is his first visit to India as the Secretary of State. On the first visit and on the first day in India, Rubio met with the Prime Minister in the national capital, and the meeting lasted for over 1 hour. And during the discussion in the talks, the top U.S. diplomat invited the Prime Minister to the White House on behalf of U.S. President Donald Trump. And Prime Minister also shared glimpses of the crucial meeting with Rubio on social media, and saying that they discussed the regional and the global security issues there. Marco Rubio's remark after meeting Prime Minister Modi clearly signaled the growing momentum in U.S.-India relationship, and he also underlined that U.S. sees India as a key partner, with more big announcements between the two countries expected very soon. Listen in to what he said.
This relationship between our two countries is at the cornerstone of our approach to the Indo-Pacific. A lot of people aren't aware of this, but I was sworn in as Secretary of State on Tuesday or Wednesday. It was a Tuesday after the inauguration. Within the hour, I was at the State Department, spoke briefly, as is tradition, in the lobby of that building to our staff, and then went immediately upstairs to the 8th floor. And my first meeting, my very first meeting officially as Secretary of State, was a meeting of the Quad. And we were going to renew that. We did it again last year in a different setting, and we chose to do it here. We wanted to do it here, not just because of our commitment to that structure of work, but also as a tangible sign of what an important role India plays in the United States and in our posture and in our approach to the Indo-Pacific. It's the relationship between the President and the Prime Minister. It's a personal relationship that dates back to the first administration, when the President had a chance to visit here, and it has carried over into this second administration, and you can just see the connection between them, and I think that's incredibly important. It is. The connection between leaders is incredibly important. These are two very serious leaders that are focused not just on the short term, but on the long term, and so I think that that is important to note, because it's a key part of the foundation of the relationship between our countries, and it is at the cornerstone of this important partnership between us and India, which, as I said, is an incredibly important one, and it's the reason why I'm here in this visit, to reaffirm those ties, to build upon them. And we think in the months ahead we're going to have even more exciting and new announcements to make about the development and the strengthening of the relationship between the two countries, and all of you will be at the forefront of that.
And with that, we have another breaking update coming in. Today, all eyes will be on the crucial meeting between Marco Rubio and Dr. S. Jaishankar. In fact, we're learning that the discussion are expected to focus on energy, security, trade, defense, and critical tech as well. Later in the evening, he will be attending the U.S. Independence Day celebration in the national capital. But today, all eyes will be on that crucial meeting that Marco Rubio will be having with the External Affairs Minister. In fact, he has put out a post regarding this, saying that huge thanks to the U.S. ambassador and our American diplomats for their efforts. Because of their great work, India has committed to purchasing $500 billion in U.S. goods over the next 5 years, focusing on energy, tech, and agriculture. They're doing terrific work on behalf of President Trump and the American people. So there is this big announcement that has been made by him, saying that India has committed to purchasing $500 billion in U.S. goods over the next 5 years, focusing on energy, tech, and agriculture. And today at around 11:30, Marco Rubio would be meeting with Dr. S. Jaishankar, and all eyes will be on that. And we will keep you updating on that. And with this, a very short break. More news and updates on the other side.